Welcome to Pep Talk with Wendy Summers. This portion of the Pensacola Expert Panel is sponsored and presented by Pensacola Home Experts and your host, Bill Sheffield, who is responsible for the content. Views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of News Radio 1620.
Where there's a bill,
there's a way.
Darn snappy.
You're dadgum right, there is. I'm looking at the most beautiful website I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
I don't know who designed that top part up there, but boy, you should hire them.
The beauty.
She could be.
She might be available for hire?
She could be.
What might her name be?
That would be Jennifer Harrison.
Oh, well.
And the website is PensacolaHome.com. Man, I tell you what, I fixed my hair before I got here and still looks good on my website, don't it?
It looks perfect.
You know what? Guess who's here with us today? Just take a wild guess.
Huh. Why don't you tell me?
You know.
No.
Lance Pierce with Lawn Service by Lance.
Do you call him Lance Romance Pierce?
I call him Lance the Romance.
Awesome.
Well, let me take that back. You call him Lance the Romance. People are going to start talking Lance, I'm telling you.
I know.
They might.
Be careful.
They are going to be, I'm telling you. Can we talk for just a second about a house you and I know a lot about?
Sure.
House is at 2815 Blackshear. Wendy, you know where Blackshear is?
Gosh, it sounds so familiar.
Right over there in the high-dollar part of East Hill, up on the north side. It goes around Bayou Tahar on the south side.
Area.
Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous street.
Yeah, it is.
One of the most desired streets in Pensacola, Florida, as a matter of fact. If you got an address on Blackshear, you're doing real good. Well, 2815 is for sale. And, Lance, you've been taking care of that house.
Yeah. When we first started, it had been abandoned for a while, and we went in there and did a few hours labor on it, and we got it spruced up, and it's really looking good, for a house that, I assume it's been vacant for quite some time. But,
well, not that long. Miss Reader's just had to go on to another place to live, and her son Ross been taking care of it, and but the yard just kind of got to where it wasn't. But you prettied that place up real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not quick, over a day or so.
Yeah, it took a little time, but it really turned out nice, and it's for the location, and it's really a great, neat location in East Hill, and it really turned out good. Just a little sprucing up, so all it needed, some trimming, and got the yard looking good, and the sprinkler system going, and it's really looking good.
Do you know? Here's we did a flyer for the house because we're going to be over there tonight, as a matter of fact, and it's back on the market, Wendy, since 1956.
Wow.
The same people bought this house in 1956 and have owned it for that long.
Oh, my goodness.
As a matter of fact, a lot of you may know. Do you remember Rita's Dress Shop, Wendy? Some people don't. It's been she shut them down several years ago, but she was in the malls and everything else. I guarantee there are ladies that are listening saying, "I know that place. I used to shop there."
Oh.
Well, this is Miss Rita Orenstein, Ross Orenstein's mom. A lot of y'all know Ross from Jingles and stuff like that, and it's their home, and they bought it in 1956. It's on the market now, Lance. It's about 3,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
4-bedroom, 3-bath home.
Yeah.
Dated, as a lot of houses are. But guess what? It's on Blackshear.
Yeah.
And so we got it on the market for $350,000. So if you're interested starting tonight, they're having an estate sale. Wendy, you need to write this down. I'm telling you, they have items in there from the whole time they've been in the house.
I walked in the house, and it's got some stuff in there that you'd really just need to go by and see. If you not interested in buying it, I'd recommend you go by and look.
They got bunches of crystal, lots of china, lots of vases, lamps. You can just imagine what they have acquired to decorate that home over that period of time. Well, they're selling everything. So tonight from 4 to 6, they're having kind of a wine and cheese viewing. Sale will go on tomorrow from 9 to 3. And Saturday from 9 to 3. So before you go down to gallery night, you might want to stop by 2815 Blackshear and just kind of walk through the house and see if there are some things you might want to take a purchase of, and take a look at the house while you're there, because it is for sale.
Yeah, and it is really beautiful location. I love East Hill. It's like a cozy neighborhood. If you're ever spending a lot of time there, there's a lot of people walking around, walking their dogs. It's a family neighborhood, so
Yeah.
It's a nice location.
And actually, on this house, you can sit on the front porch and look all over by your Tahar. So,
oh yeah,
it is across the street from the water, but boy, you can see the water, and it's pretty.
oh yeah, it is.
Thank you for taking care of that. I know Ross and Miss Rita really do appreciate it. So, tell me about any specials you got going on. You do yards. I hear you do yards.
Yeah. Yes, I do yards. We're trying to take some new customers on. We're definitely taking some new customers on. And what I got going now is if your lawn contract's up for renewal, let me look at it. I'll beat it by 10%, and we don't have to have a paper agreement. We'll just do a handshake, and I'll do your lawn service for you. And you tell me when to quit. Whenever you're dissatisfied with my service or you're ready for move on, you just we'll just part ways, and there won't be no contracts or no obligations. So.
Well, Miss Precious hadn't fired you yet, so
no, she hasn't.
evidently you do a real good job.
Yeah, we try to take a little extra
Precious,
on that one.
Precious, she'll fire you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Phone call. What'd you say? Oh, what is your phone number? That's a good idea, Jennifer. Thank you.
My cell phone is 450-2105.
That would be 450.
Yeah.
What's the rest of it?
2105.
See there? 450-2105. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
I'm telling you. I need to put that in my phone.
That's
already
right.
there. I bug you so much now.
Yeah, he calls me about once a day.
Just to check in.
If he doesn't call me, once a day, I start to get worried. But anyway, on your lawns today, you really need to start looking to make sure they're not drying out. You'd think we'd have a lot of rain, but I've seen a lot of lawns drying out. You should be able to see if they start stressing out. You'll see a dry spot or dry patch in your yard. You need to be sure you're getting the proper amount of water right now, especially because it dries out real quick, and it can turn into a weed patch if you don't keep it watered.
You do a lot of commercial work too, don't you?
Yeah.
And would love to do more.
Oh yeah, I would.
I don't know this to be true, but I would think that the grass would grow about the same in commercial, is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. And most of the time in commercial work, you would want to keep it looking better than you would a residential lawn. You didn't want to be in there every week working, keeping it looking nice.
Well, the last time you were on, we were talking about things they needed to do now. So, are there some middle May things that people need to be taking care of right now?
Okay.
Last time it was crepe myrtles. You remember the crepe myrtles last time?
Yeah, the crepe myrtles. Right now, it's time to trim your azaleas. The blooms have fallen off. And it's time to get them shaped up, trimmed up. And if you wait too late to trim your azaleas, they won't bloom next year. So I recommend this month, get your azaleas trimmed up, and it's time to look at your flower beds too. If you need get control of the weeds in your flower beds now, because if you wait till August, the weeds just go crazy and they'll take over your beds, and you'd really have to do a lot more work to get them in shape.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a Facebook question.
Okay.
From Sunny. She'd like to know the house number for the estate sale.
2815 Blackshear.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonny. We appreciate that. So, man, there's some stuff in that house.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's Baccarat Crystal. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Baccarat. Which one is it? Baccarat?
Baccarat, I think.
Is that the game or is that the crystal? I am telling you, there is some pretty stuff.
Yep.
And they've got some china. You should see the dining room table, Wendy. I mean, it's just incredible. And I was talking to Elodie with I think it's Carden that's doing it. You know Elodie?
Yeah, I do.
She's a great lady.
Love her so much.
And they're doing the estate sale, and she was telling me that this table is just incredible. It's got the chairs. It's got its own hutch. So there are some really fantastic items in there, and I really need for you to go buy the stuff because I need the house empty, Lance.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. It's hard to sell full of stuff, but I guess you could sell it full of stuff, but it'd be more difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we need ways to walk around. So go over there tonight. PensacolaHome.com would be where you can go find the house, find everything you want to know about it. It's actually not on the website right now because we're actually not putting it in the MLS until after the estate sale.
Yeah.
Because we can't get good pictures, though we took a good one yesterday. We're going to have a flyer over there for anybody that wants to see it. My number is 2615133. I won't answer it right now, but you can leave me a message, and you will get to hear probably the best voicemail message in Pensacola. Have you ever listened to my voicemail message?
Yeah.
You ought to.
Sounds
Wendy,
great.
we ought to call my number, Wendy, and listen to my message. You'll appreciate it. It's a good one. It's naturally has where there's a bill, there's a way in it.
Yeah.
I want to talk to people about the market, if we could, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what you charge to go give people an estimate, because I know it's expensive for you to go up there to their house. What do you charge to do an estimate?
Okay, if it's residential or light commercial, I don't charge anything to do an estimate. I'll come out and let you know how much I'm going to charge, and you just tell me how often you want me to come. Whether I'll do it once a week or every other week is basically what I do. Now, some customers, that have vacant property, I will do once a month, but most of the time it's either bi-weekly or weekly, and I'll let you know what it is. Won't charge you a penny to give you an estimate.
Well, mine, you do mine bi-weekly, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got that centipede, and
Yeah.
it's growing on rock and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of it, the cool weather has kind of slowed the grass down. The cool morning slowed the grass down this past month. But this month, right here, real soon, it's going to be hot all the time. And if you're watering your grass all the time, it's really going to take off. So if you really want to look manicured, I recommend you cut it every week. And especially if you got St. Augustine, because St. Augustine is really going to go crazy if you're watering it. One thing you want to watch when you're watering, you watch for any kind of brown patch or anything like that, because it's either a fungus, you're either watering too much, or your sprinkler system may be watering one area too much, and that'll cause a fungus, and that'll spread, and it'll kill your grass. So you want to watch out for any kind of brown patch.
There you go. What's your number?
450-2105.
450-2105. If your phone number is 292-2276, and you just call my number at 261-5133, I messed up and answered it, so you didn't hear my message, so call back. 261-5133. Pensacola Home. Now, Pensacola Home is where you can go to find a lot of things. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to find out about the programs for first-time home buyers. It's on there.
Oh,
you can click on it. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. It's easy.
Let's say that you wanted to get the home value of your home. You wanted to know what your home's worth. House prices have gone up.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't know what your current home value is, you need to go to PensacolaHome.com, and there's a button to click on, right? Wendy, there's a good button, pretty button to click on. Let you know right where to go, and all you do is register, give me your information. I'll email you a home market analysis. And also the Pensacola Home Experts are on there.
Oh, yeah.
They can actually find Lance Pierce on there.
That's right. I'm on there. Curtis and quite a few
Curtis
others.
and a bunch of people are on there. So everybody that's with our experts are. And I wanted to take a second and define the experts, because sometimes people don't get an understanding of what we're about. And we're actually a team of people that are do stuff with homes. I mean,
that's right.
Lance takes care of the yard. Curtis takes care of the tile and grout and carpet and everything else. Reed Rushing takes care of the all your insurance needs. Bob and Kathy Hubbard takes care of all your HVAC needs, or if you got mold problems, they take care of that. John Pruitt with J.W. Dunright, if you got any kind of rehab you need done, something happens, God forbid, a fire or something like that, they do it. They can actually build you a house. I've got them talking with two people about building houses right now.
They're good.
Larry Griffin and Jamari with Fresh Coat Paint. If you have painting needs, they're the people to get in touch with. They're who we team up with. All of us kind of team up together.
That's right.
And when we're out and about, and if you want to know somebody that you can trust, then talk to somebody you trust. So if Lance is doing your yards and you trust Lance, anybody that's on the Pensacola Home Experts, we trust them. We would use them on our houses and have most everybody.
Oh, yeah, we use them all the time.
Yeah, and so that's what we've done with the Pensacola Home Experts, thus Pensacola Home Expert Radio.
Yeah.
Because it gives us all a chance to come together, tell what we do, give people good advice about their yards or HVACs or insurance or whatever, and help people that are either buying or selling homes. Yeah. Panhandle Inspection Service, Bill Ivy and Dean. We recommend, if you're going to sell your house, one of the things I strongly recommend, Lance, is have a home inspection on the house.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely. I wouldn't buy a house without getting inspected. I mean, it's just common sense, and it's not that much money when you're talking about something he could really find a real problem. Yeah. And you want to know about that before you sign a dotted line. Yeah,
I mean, what might seem minor, little brown spot in the roof, could be major.
Oh, yeah.
It could be really a problem. And I sell houses. I tell everybody, they ask me a question about the yard. I said, let me give you Lance's number.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm glad to do it.
I sell houses.
I
don't claim to know how to do a home inspection or about get insurance questions. Don Copeland with University Lending is the person that's supposed to do that.
Right.
Not me. I don't sell money. I sell houses.
That's right.
And if you're thinking of selling a house, it's comforting to know that we've got a group of people that can take care of that from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you put Lance in that front yard, and it's going to look a lot better when he gets through with it.
That's right. You don't want to try to sell a home, if it's knee-deep in weeds, you don't want to try to sell a home like that. At least get me to come by there and cut it and keep it cut and spruced up for you during the selling process.
Absolutely. It's so important. House needs painting. Don't give a painting allowance. Let's get the house painted.
That's right.
Paint is not going to cost you an arm and a leg, but it could bring you several thousand more dollars.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
for the house. And the front yard, too.
Even the yard, any little simple things, it's just amazing that people will try to sell a house all growed up. You know what I mean? I see it all the time.
I take buyers, Wendy, up to $500,000 houses, and the doorknobs are totally discolored. They started out pretty brassy. Now they're totally Why would somebody not spend $50 to change out the hardware on a door?
Yeah, I know.
If the door needs painting,
why
not paint it?
Not even thinking about
Why
it.
would they not get Curtis over there to pressure wash the entranceway?
That's right.
The little things like this that I'm talking about that don't cost much money can make you thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
First impression's it.
That's right.
But, Bill, you have to think about this. You are an excellent realtor, and you have how many years experience? I don't know.
17.
Not everyone is as thorough with their customers like you. I mean, you are going to tell. Like, if you listed my house, Wendy, seriously, you've got to fix this gnarly door handle and paint this, and you got to get rid of this carpet, and here's what you need to do, and you'll get your money back if you do da-da-da-da. This you don't need to worry about. I mean, you're going to give me a very concise list of my to-do list without breaking me, and, of what I need to do to make my house look nice. It's because you're a good realtor. You've got to make sure that you find someone that's honest enough with you to tell you what you need to do, not just, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, oh, it's fine. I want to hear, no. What do I need to do to get my bang for my buck?
Yeah, well, we're in what I call a transition market. We're moving from a strong buyer's market to where we're now about even. There's about 6 months of houses on the market right now. Yeah. They say under 6 is sellers, over 6 is buyers. Well, we're right about 6.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the buyers don't have choices. There's 3,200 active listings. Out of that 3,200 active listings, there's 2,500 single-family homes. On your street, ride down your street today and see the signs or your subdivision and see the signs that are there. And you look at that house. You look at the front yard. You look at everything. Well, that's exactly what the buyers are going to see, Lance.
That's right.
Because our mission in life with everything that we do when we list Wendy's house is to get it everywhere on the web we possibly can, because that's the first place people are going to find it. But you know what the next thing they're going to do? They're going to ride that neighborhood.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to pull in that neighborhood, and they're going to drive down that street, and they're going to look in that yard, and they're going to look at that door. And
that's right.
If I can't get them inside, you're not going to sell that house. It's that simple.
A lot of times they'll ride up to a house and they'll stop at the house that's for sale, and if the yard's growed up, if the house isn't clean on the outside, they'll just keep right on going. They wouldn't even consider it.
Well, let's say that there's another house down the street, similar house, same almost square footage. Both of them got pools, but one of them they've got really nice landscaping.
Yeah,
maybe spent $400 or $500 with you to get everything trimmed up and pretty.
Yeah.
Guess what? How much more they're going to pay for the trimmed up, prettied up house?
That's right.
If you see a messed up front yard, Wendy, you automatically think messed up house.
That's right.
You think these people don't care about this house that's not taken care of, and it's true. As a general rule, it's true.
That's right.
So if they're thinking about selling, whether they call me or not, they need to call you and let you come take a look at that yard.
That's right. I can come out and take a look at it, and in most cases it just needs sprucing up. It probably wouldn't take that much money to add a little mulch in the beds and trim up the bushes, trim up the shrubs, and it wouldn't take much to spruce it up. to have some curb appeal, something that appeal to the buyer.
Whether they have a sprinkler system or not, you can put them on a watering system.
Yeah.
Sprinklers are cheap at Home Depot.
That's
you know,
right.
hose ain't that expensive.
That's right.
And Lance will tell you, you need to do this 2 times a week, 1 time a week, whatever you need to do, because you need that grass green if you're going to sell
right.
it.
You can't. You got to have water to grow grass, and sometimes Mother Nature takes care of it, but more times than not they don't. And I recommend you need to look at your sprinkler system if you got one now. Get it tuned up for the summer, because if it's not working properly, you're going to have dry spots, dead spots in your yard.
Yeah, well, it's awful important for people to do that. And if you're buying a home, why not give Lance a call? Just because you just closed on a house, why not call a professional? Let them come over there and look at it and tell you what you might need to do to it. Maybe they want to do it themselves.
That's right.
But you don't want to go buy the wrong bushes to put in the wrong places. I mean, I know that there are bushes that don't do in the shade.
That's right.
That people put in the shade.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And then they fuss at you because the bushes are in the shade.
It's like, why'd you do that?
That's right. And a lot of times it's tough if the house doesn't have any. There's some situations where there's no sun in certain parts of the yard, so you have to consider that when you buy your bushes.
That's why they need to get somebody, even if they don't pay you to keep it over time. It'd be almost useless not to, because I was going through Lowe's the other day. Do you know what they charge for lawnmowers nowadays?
Oh yeah, it's outrageous.
It's a bunch of cutting every other week to pay you.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I can pay you for a bunch of years by the time I've paid off one of them John Deere lawnmowers.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times the residential mowers aren't all that great. You're talking about 400 hours is probably what you'd get out of it.
Yeah, and don't you have to sharpen the blades?
And you have to sharpen the blades.
You have to change the oil.
Change the oil. Keep it.
I have to drive my lawnmower to Hank Mullins at Sam's Auto Center.
That's right.
That ain't gonna look right. Driving a lawnmower from my house to Airport Boulevard, they ain't gonna run me off at the interstate.
That's right. It takes a little bit to keep them serviced, and you gotta keep them serviced, or they're not gonna cut properly, and your yard's not gonna look right.
Lawn service by Lance.
That's right. We want to take care of your lawns, all your lawn care needs. Let me come out and give you an estimate on cutting and taking care of your lawn.
Well, here's the final thing I want to say. Lance Pierce takes care of mine in Delaney's yard, and will from now on. I have had Lance do work now on a bunch of yards, Wendy, bunch of yards for folks. Have yet to have anybody call me back and say, why did you suggest him? He just didn't do it right. Every time I get raved. So I now know that if they call you, they're going to be satisfied.
That's right. I try to keep everybody satisfied, and I don't have many complaints, but if I have a complaint, I'll take care of it. I won't just neglect it. I'll take care of any kind of problems, that might arise.
Well, Lance, I want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. It's always good to have you. You want to get on the radio, young man? Come here.
We got a guest speaker. No, he's not.
He's not going to do it. He's a little bit shy. He's a little bit shy. My name is Bill Sheffield. Wendy, did you know my name?
I did, and I also know something else.
What's that?
Where there's a bill, there's a way.
Where there's a bill, there's a way. Never forget that. That's more than my slogan. That's the way I practice real estate. There's a way, I'm going to find it.
That's right there on your website, PensacolaHome.com.
PensacolaHome.com.
Which, by the way, I've been searching for houses while you've been chatting.
Well, see there. Did you find one?
Oh,
we can go
I
look.
found a few on Pensacola Beach. That's my dream. One day.
You can find every home listed in the MLS at PensacolaHome.com. You don't have to go anywhere else.
That's right.
You want to buy a house, there's a place to register. If you want to sell a house, there's a place to let me know the value of your home. Anything you want to know, you can find at PensacolaHome.com. My name is Bill Sheffield. It is such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for your time. We desire to serve the real estate needs of Pensacola. That's what we do. That's our mission in life. And I want to tell you one last thing to never forget, Wendy. Where there's a bill, there's a way. We got some more time?
30 seconds.
Got 30 seconds. Well, Lance, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 450-2105. Just give me a call. I'll take care of all your lawn care needs, and we'll make you happy, and we'll do the sweating for you.
There you go. What's my phone number?
261-5133.
And my website is?
PensacolaHome.com.
And where there's a bill, there's a way. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you, guys.